Nate, are you busy Tuesday? Oh my gosh, Billie Jean, you just knocked Becky clear off the perch. Okay. Anyway, Nate, could I borrow you on Tuesday for like 5 minutes? We have this really weird challenge, and yeah, it was my idea. Stop making fun of me about the idea. It was a good idea. So now that it's like for real winter, or the cold spell has passed, that means that all of the ryegrass that we planted is officially done and gone. And there is nothing of sustenance. Oh no. I wasn't ever a waiter. There's nothing of true nutrition that is growing out here because of that freeze. Everything died back. So we have to be extra diligent about the balance that we feed the animals. It's just part of my attire now. And make sure that they get the right nutrition, because there's no grazing to do during the day. Everything's dead. And it's going to take a while to come back. So that green hay, an incredible amount of nutrients in that, is important for them to get every single day. In addition to that, hey, gunpowder. Hi, baby. Here. Oh, she needed love. In addition to that, they do need some sort of grain to supplement. So it's just like our diets, the balance of protein and leafy greens and a little bit of carbs. They need that too. I'm dirty. I'm really dirty. I've been working, okay? So they've been fed the salad before the dinner. I'm not going to do a feed up video. I'm not going to walk around and show you how I can pour grain out. No. I'm a wreck, okay? I just wanted to show you what they're all up to. Hey, Pablo. I'm really happy that you could make it to dinner tonight. Yeah. You know, that I have a challenge to do this week where I have to touch 16 animal feet all in one video. And I was going to do this really neat and creative thing, but yours are kind of like part of them that I want to talk about. And I was wondering, like, do you need a preparation for this video? No. Yes, you do. So you don't want me to do it right now. You want to make sure they're nice and clean and that you've like gotten a pedicure before. Okay. I can get down with that. That's totally fine. Do you want to schedule it for like, I don't know, Wednesday or so? Wednesday works. Any chance that you want Adam or Steve to go on that pedicure with you and I can touch his feet too? I know it's a really strange request. I don't have like a foot fetish. I just wanted to talk about your feet and some of the neat things about them. I'm happy you're listening thoroughly, because most people would have totally shut it down by now and thought this is the weirdest thing that you could ever do on the farm, Jamie. But hear me out. I think it's going to be a fun little video clip. Don't you feel like that? Don't you feel like it would be neat to just talk about you and some of the things that make you unique? Okay. So Wednesday or Tuesday? You're good with Tuesday? Okay. Well, you talk to Adam or Steve about it. I'm happy to include him. But if he doesn't want to, I completely understand, okay? Speaking of feet. Hey, Corny. Great to see you. So here's the thing. I created this challenge this week. Yeah, and it's about touching feet in a video, like 16 of them all in one video. And I don't want it to be, watch out for Mr. Hank. I don't want it to be like weird, like I'm just like, oh, and here's some feet and I touch them and then run away. I wanted to talk about them. And I know that like Pablo, hey, Hank can be in the video too. What's wrong with me touching Hank's feet? This is not just about feathered feet. I'm sorry that you think that you don't have 16 feet, okay? There's not even 16 turkeys here that I could just make turkey feet. We're not doing that. But I wanted to invite you because you're kind of the original footman. And I just wanted to know, like, Pablo says that he needs time to, like, prepare. If you want to be prepared too, like, I just want to give you a heads up. Like, Tuesday is probably going to be the day that we record that video. Maybe you could get a petty maybe. Get those talons all polished up. Just think about it, okay? We can talk through it then whenever that happens. Just talk. That's great. Okay. Sounds good. Good talk. Thanks for coming. So, Dan is notorious for no one touching his feet. Like, I don't know if you know this, but Corny has been trying to trim Dan for 4 years. And Dan has noticed, Dan has like the opposite of foot fetish. He's the foot fear. And I want to spend some time with Donkey Dan for this challenge, but also because I want him to grow to allow us to do that. He's grown so much as far as like being able to go into a barn when it's pouring rain, and even during this freeze time, he has really been able to cope a lot better. So I think it'd be a really neat thing to be able to try to work on his feet. And I don't mean like I'm gonna take tools and dig them out or anything like that. I just want him to let me touch him. He's not on board with this, it seems. But it's really important. And I'll talk more about that in that video, but I'm whispering a little bit because I want him to not feel like I'm shouting about it or that I'm telling anyone else, because his friends can't probably know that he's willing to like to work on that therapeutically. Like mentally, he has clearly had some issues, and well, let's just say that it's gonna be it's not gonna be a walk in the park with Donkey Dan. And excuse the pasture because it rained 3 inches last night and it is gross wet. Now it drained, but it's sloppy. I'll tell you whose feet I won't be touching. That guy. I made a reel the other day of how tall he's gotten because I legitimately, like, look at, he's bigger than Voodoo now. He has to have broken the world record, but touching his feet means that he could trample me and literally make me die. And I don't want to die. Not that way anyway. Not trying, like, this video is not meant to be like take the risk of your life and get trampled by Moo. So that's a hard no. Obviously, if I need to touch some feet and like need a clinger or like a clincher? How do you call that? Like a wrap it up. Horses are the easiest because they're trained. We've trained them to allow us to touch some feet. Even our little pony over there, she's good to go. I'm not into that though. I want this to be like edutainment. And I want it to be like things that, you know, that they're comfortable with or that they're working on being comfortable with. I don't want to be just like, oh, like give it a little finger tap and run. So we're going to work with Donkey Dan. I know he hears me. You see his ears up. He's like, Mom, anything else. I'll do anything else, but not the feet, not the feet. You know that Dan came to us with his front legs completely raw with bone exposed because his legs got stuck in something during Harvey, which is why he got the name Lieutenant Dan. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. But it's left him with some trauma that he's been trying to deal with, and step by step he's been working through those things. So touching Donkey Dan's feet is going to be a giant deal, and I hope that he allows us to do it. Uh-oh, I hear chickens going crazy. Everyone knows that Nate is our smallest full-grown feather. Look out there, June. What happened to Nate? Why did you jump like that? Okay. I don't know what made him get all spooked and scream, but... Oh. I feel like June's like running from him. Anyway, Nate's little feet are the cutest, tiniest little feet ever. Master of the barnyard, sir. Hey, I was wondering, Nate, are you busy on Tuesday? I know that Bets is up there already, but I was wondering, like, is there any way I could book an appointment with you for Tuesday? Please? Let me see you a little bit better. Nate, are you busy Tuesday? Oh my gosh, Billie Jean, you just knocked Becky clear off the perch. Okay. Anyway, Nate, could I borrow you on Tuesday for like 5 minutes? We have this really weird challenge, and yeah, it was my idea. Stop making fun of me about the idea. It was a good idea. I know that one of y'all are going to give into it too, so we'll work on that. But first, Nate, could you pencil me in for Tuesday afternoon, perhaps? Betsy can come. You can bring your girl. I don't mind. I have to do this challenge where I touch feet. And I just want to show the difference between your feet and, Betsy's feet are totally fine. Oh, well, hello there, Becky. Would you like to partake in this too, it seems? I don't want to leave you out. You have beautiful feet. You might want to think about a pedicure before we dive into that, but, whatever. Yeah? Okay. Nate's not talking to me. I'm not sure if his, no answer is because he's thinking about it, or if it's because he's, embarrassed to say yes and wants some time to talk with Betsy about it first. That's fine. But normally I would... Oh, here's what's going on. June and Betsy are up here, and he doesn't know who to invite, or he does know, and he just doesn't want to say it in front of them. He's just totally okay with going, but he was all about inviting Betsy, and then June walked up and was like, what about me, Nate? Don't I have beautiful feet? And, well, Nate's just torn, so he's just going to act like he can't hear a thing and that he's just trying to get comfy and he's so tired. And I think that we all know men just like that, they just won't give an answer at all to the question, even though they've heard you loud and clear. They just don't want to talk about it right now. And I don't know about y'all, but that drives me freaking batty. I just need an answer. It can be no, but I need an answer. Anyway, didn't mean to go on that ramble and rant. Waylon, you want to come to the foot party Tuesday? How do you feel about that? You're not sure what to think about it? So it's not creepy, okay? I don't know why everybody's making it all weird. Jolene, not everything is about you, my love. Here's the thing. If we force Jolene to do it, she would hate it. But if we do it to Waylon, Jolene's going to feel left out, like she didn't get an invite to the party. She didn't really want to come, but she wanted an invite. So here's the thing. Both of you, let's make a date for Tuesday, okay? And I just have to touch your feet. If you could not kick me and maybe not run over me, that would be super stellar. Is that possible? I'll give you time to warm up to the idea. You got a couple days to think about it, okay? But Tuesday. And it's a fun challenge that I created for all of the creators here. And it's not meant to be mean or quick or anything like that. I want to educate a little bit, and I want to just show that you have some really unique things about you. Don't be so excited. Jeesh. It sounds good to me, okay? Thank you, Cornholio. Thank you. Mr. Hank. Hey, do you want to come? You want to come to make the video on Tuesday? How do you feel about that? So something about Mr. Hank is he was accidentally declawed when he was taken to the vet to be neutered. They did the wrong cat. And Mr. Hank likes to come outside for chores with us and be near us, but he's an inside cat mostly. He just likes to be present, and he stays safe by finding himself on tractors and things like this. But because of those declaw moments and that horrible accident, he doesn't like his feet touched so much. So Mr. Hank will probably come watch, but I already know that it's a hard no for Mr. Hank to have his feet touched. And that's okay, buddy. I love you. Hey, stop fighting. Squeakers, I saw you do it. You did it first. So the final ultimate challenge really would be if Annie would ever let us touch her feet, or Indy. But I don't know if y'all remember that, but we tried to trim Annie's feet once, and it was a horrific event that none of us will ever try again. And it would be putting not only us, but them in harm's way. So there'll be no touching of the alpaca feet. That's like no man's land. It's not going to happen. But Pig Trudy will let us. Y'all want to come on Tuesday? I'm going to make that video, okay? If y'all could like have your feet clean by then, that'd be super great. Squeakers? You too? Okay. All right, it's a date then. Whoever wants to come on Tuesday, we're going to film the challenge video that day, okay? All right. Everybody try to look your best. Have your toenails trimmed. Pull yourself together. Be presentable. Act like we, do a really... If you could just, show up and show how well that you're taken care of, that would be great. Okay. Well, I already said you could come, Squeakers. You can bring whoever you want to, okay? Everyone's invited. That sounds great. All right, I love you.